Hey guys, welcome to the Texas Two-Step on the Catch with Randy and Robin. Fished the Bassmaster Classic in Houston, Texas on Lake Conroe and didn't do that great. So if you hadn't already noticed, I didn't win, and so we had to lick our wounds. We wanted to go somewhere to catch some bass because I hadn't caught any fish all week. So we heard Sam Rayburn Lake was on fire, and all our buddies down there said, you need to come to Rayburn, fun fish. We hadn't been there in 15 years or so we take off and go over to Rayburn and went out there, and I mean, we just had a ball. The fish were spawning and post-spawning. They were doing a little bit of everything. So we got out there, and Robin got her Senko out like usual with my.
Was it pink?
It was pink.
It was pink.
And my Daiwa 7-1 spinning rod, man, and she put that thing to the test. So the guys at Daiwa were loving her because she was showing them that rod would not break, and she put it through the test.
It worked.
She jerked a lot of big old bass out of there, and she made Laker and Oakley mad again, like always, when it comes to catching fish in the back of the boat. Well, it's always good to have good friends to catch up with. We meet a lot of cool people on the road over the years and building relationships and friendships with guys like Ray and CJ. We got to hook up with them. Ray went out with us on the lake. He's retired. He took Laker and one day, and he'd take Oakley another. So one of the kids would fish with us and one with him, and we just went out the first day and just got into the sight fishing and the Senko fishing and, you know, bed fishing. I caught an 8-pounder. Robin caught a bunch of good ones, and that lake is just loaded, loaded with those 2 to 4 pound fish. I mean, we caught Robin and we're just blowing through the packs of bubblegum Senkos. You know, they like pink down there that
yeah,
weekend.
they do.
So we had one of the greatest fishing days of our life. We've been married almost 25 years in May 16th, 25th anniversary coming up, and we fished together on that lake before we had kids, and we had 3 days in a row that we'd catch, you know, 60 to nearly 100 bass in a day, all on spinning rod with floating worms back in the old day. Before Senko came out, it was a floating worm, methylate and bubble gum and everything bright. So we had a lot of fond memories going back there and really catching them just like we did almost, you know, 15, 18 years ago. That was probably 19 years ago we did that, 19, 20 years.
When Robin, 96.
Yeah, when she was fishing the women bass and gal a little bit early on. She was rookie of the year that year. We didn't have a GPS on her boat, and she couldn't find her way back to where I found the fish for her at, but she still had a good tournament.
He's like, did you find that log? I'm like, which log? There's a lot of logs here. But I caught them.
That's exactly right. It's funny.
It was windy. I mean, is it not ever windy in Texas?
In March, yeah.
In March, yeah. So we're like, oh gosh, we're just going to make the best of it. So we go out there, and immediately I figured out where they were. I mean,
you did.
Randy was like, they're under the bushes. I'm like, no, they're behind this grass next to the bank. And he's like, okay,
that's what you
I'll
said.
listen to you.
Oh my gosh.
No, but for real, we were throwing the Senko, and the wind would just catch your Senko. So you had to like gauge the Senko throw. You had to gauge the cast.
Like shooting a bird.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Lead it.
Lead it.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had to know so it wouldn't take it into you had to edge of the grass, not in the grass, because they're just like right there chomping. You should have seen them. They were like,
Yeah. This is pro talk with Robin.
Wait, and you had to use, I figured a little something out too, okay?
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Do you remember?
That's the pro talk.
Do you remember what I figured out?
Yeah, tell them. You go ahead and tell them.
I mean,
it's
it
over
was
now.
all
You can
in
share.
how I worked it, okay? It was all having, you know, a little sink time. You got to let it sink.
So it can wiggle.
Right?
It can wiggle.
And then move it, okay?
And
then
that's
and
the
the
part
boys were like, Mom,
That's the part that they can't get sometimes because you want to reel it and work it a little too fast. See, Oakley's over there on the couch right now, just so mad because he hears the story we're telling. He don't like it because he's reliving it, right?
You got to be patient.
He's reliving it,
Patient.
And it's 20-pound braid. Hey, if you want us to, we got to give them a little bit of technique so they understand that maybe they can go do it themselves. So 20-pound Daiwa samurai braid on a spinning rod. It was my 7-1 power spin Daiwa Tatula Elite spinning rod. You know, throwing it back in there, and a spinning rod helps you get the cast where you want it, helps you have, and the braid helps you get them out of the cover. So you were just hauling them out of that heavy cover, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you caught hundreds.
At least.
We only get to show you a little bit since it's a short show. So anyway,
I was tore up.
You were tore up. So we were trying to learn a little bit about lakes, so we picked sections of the lake. We really didn't want to leave the section we were in because fishing was really good, but since we were scouting, we went to the other section and we had no hay grass. Robin had figured them out on the hay grass on the first day, but they were not in the hay grass because we didn't have any. So we had hydrilla and milfoil, and we were fishing bushes, and actually it was a little bit challenging because we weren't catching a lot. And then we were coming out of this little bay, and Robin starts looking out there, and she's sneakily looking at these guys out there in the middle, and she sees them out there catch a few fish kind of off the bank, and before I know it, she don't tell me anything. She just throws out there.
Let me tell you how it goes.
Yeah, you go on. You
so
tell it.
This older fellow was in the back of the boat. He's sitting down. I'm like, he is hauling in bass sitting in his seat. Like something's got to be going on. Well, the boys were taking over the front. They wouldn't let me cast under the bushes. I couldn't skip. I couldn't do anything because they were all over everything. So I'm like,
they're shaking their
I'll just throw out here in the middle like they're doing. Bam. Just let it sink down in the hydrilla.
3-pounder, 3.5.
There it goes. They just take the line running, like you just jerk.
It was funny.
So then tell what happened.
That was a new pattern. Then we started moving out off the bank in them little bays, throwing out in that milfoil and hydrilla, and went back to catching a bunch again. Caught a lot of nice ones. We never caught any real big fish on those 2 days, but you know, caught them up to 4 pounds. You might have caught one a little bit bigger one.
And guess who was watching us?
Who?
That other boat.
That other boat. Yeah. They started seeing Robin, and they were saying, "Look at that pretty girl over there catching all them fish. What's she doing out there?" Yeah, that's what they were saying. We didn't hear them, but I kind of think that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. All right, day 3, we wake up with, you know, bad storm warnings, tornado warnings. It's a lot of bad weather going through the system, so we didn't really get to go out for the longest time. We were chomping to get out there because I knew they would be biting. So I was in a tackle store, and Hank Cherry came in, and he said, man, they're eating the Livingston jerkbait up. He had caught them on the jerkbait the day before. So I figured the lake had so many fish coming and going, I thought, well, jerkbaiting will be fun in the wind. You won't have to, you know, worry about getting out of the wind. We just get in it. So we get out there, tie the Livingston 121C jerkbait on, and we go to work on them, man. And I'm a good jerkbait fisherman now. I jerk paws, jerk paws. But Robin's standing beside me, and all of a sudden, she's doing hers a little different. I'm trying to tell her how she needs to work it. But she starts catching fish behind me really quick, so then she had to tell me how to work it.
Right.
So don't be too proud, guys. Ask the girl what she's doing if she's catching. After she catches 1, it might be lucky. 2, kind of, but the 3rd fish, you better figure out what she's doing.
Yeah, we were catching this big black crappie in between. It was
we
so
caught
much
some massive
fun.
crappie too, man. We could have.
It was all about the rhythm of the jerk. I mean, Laker was like going pause. I mean, like he's doing it way too fast. He still don't understand why he didn't catch any. But it was more of a jerk pause, jerk pause, jerk pause. I mean, it was a quick jerk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick jerk pause. That's right. Because I usually jerk pause, jerk pause.
And then they'd
But she was faster. She was faster. Jerk pause. So I learned how to do the jerk pause, and we both started catching them.
And I do have to just.
And then Oakley was with us, and Oakley started catching them that day too.
Yeah.
Oakley caught them that day.
Deal though. Laker kept saying, "Mom, get in the back of the boat. I haven't caught any. This is not fair. You're front-ending me," and all this kind of crazy.
This is getting late in the day.
It was kind of crazy. He was a little irritable. So I moved to the back of the boat, and I'm like, whatever. So do just like what I'm doing, and he said, okay.
So he's standing right beside me. We're feeling sorry for him at this point.
I was feeling sorry.
We really wanted him to catch a good one or two before we had to call it a day.
But I'm not letting up. I'm gonna still fish. I mean, I can't just stop fishing. So I'm doing my jerk pause. 6.5 pounder.
Biggest
annihilates it. And Laker's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting down.
Yeah, that's him.
He was
He
so
kind of gave
mad.
up. We're hoping we're teaching him right, but sometimes we just don't know.
I mean, I know. I mean, work for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to work for it.
That's
That's
right.
right. Hey, everybody. This is the Love Seat with Randy and Robin and Laker and Oakley today. This is the Catch with Randy and Robin Love Seat.
Yeah.
Two Texas, what is it? Texas not two
two-step.
Texas, but Texas two-step
Yes.
edition. So, you've heard the show now. You've seen the footage of Robin catching all the fish again. You've heard.
You caught a lot, too.
I caught a lot, too.
Yeah, you caught a lot.
Yeah, but I'm expected to catch a lot because
Right,
I'm a
exactly.
pro, you know.
Right.
But you're like a semi-pro, so when you catch them, it's better. You
Yeah,
know? Okay.
I'm an amateur.
You're an amateur. So we kind of told the story about Laker and Oakley along the way. So the Love Seat's kind of a time that Laker and Oakley, it's kind of like Dr. Phil, you know, Laker and Oakley can come out and they can kind of defend themselves and kind of say if what we told was true or what they think, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. We know it was true,
Yeah.
but they might, you know, take it differently than us. So what do y'all think about
Everything you said about him was true.
everything I said about him?
What
was
about
true?
you, buddy?
I'm gonna be
Everything you
honest
said
with you.
about
though.
me was
You gonna be
that
honest
was
with us?
not
Was
my
not
my
true.
week for fishing. It
I'm
wasn't.
sorry.
And you kept saying that. I don't know why.
But
See,
it wasn't our fault. We
Uh-uh.
weren't really front-ending you. We
Yeah.
gave you ample
That
time.
had
and room.
no, that had a little bit to do with it. But the times I wasn't in y'all's boat, I was catching them. So
Yeah.
think about it like that. I was
But that wasn't on film?
No, it wasn't on film. But the times
Yeah.
I was in somebody else's boat, I was catching them because I was in
Right.
the front.
yeah, you were in the front. Well, when you were with us, see, we're trying to teach you that it's a mental mindset. Catching fish. When you're not in the front of the boat, you got to have the right mindset. And Laker gets in the boat sometimes, and he gets mentally
Challenged.
challenged.
You just got to believe that you're going to
mentally
catch them.
challenged.
You see?
You got to believe that you're going
Believe
to catch
it.
them. You're going to believe it, man. You got to say, I'm about to catch one. I'm about to catch one. And you're like, you can just see in your body language that you don't really believe it. You're jerk, pause, jerk. Mama's about to jerk, pause, jerk. Whack,
Every
whack, whack,
cast, I know I'm going to catch one.
Yeah, she's feeling like she's
I
going to
know
catch. So
I'm
it's a
gonna
mental
catch
deal,
one.
right?
You see?
You
And Oakley,
understand
what
that?
about you, dude?
I did it right.
You did it
caught
right.
You
You
caught
caught
him.
him pretty
I caught more than
good.
you did.
Oh, I caught more than you did.
Well,
Last
there
night-
Here's the
again, he
story
was in
again.
the other
I
boat, so
caught
we don't
13
really know.
and you caught 11.
in the other boat.
In the
And
other
I caught a
boat.
4-pounder in the back of the boat when I got in y'all's
You
boat.
did,
And
and
he was in the
You
front.
did,
You
you
did,
did.
and
We
that
had
was
a
awesome.
we had a short little period there, about 3 hours or so. Maybe
I'll take
probably
you.
wasn't even 2 hours, where we were all four in the boat. Ray had to go in early, and so he dropped Laker off in the boat, and then we had 4 of us in there.
Yeah.
And it's crowded with 4 of us in the
A little
boat.
busy.
But that's when the challenge
A little
starts.
busy.
That's when we get all the japping back and forth and the anger management issues and all the stuff that happens. So we were glad to get through that. So, but as overall, we had a good time in Texas. So, anyway, we let you go, man. It's 3 minutes and 45 seconds. That's a long love seat. So we hope you enjoyed the Texas two-step, and we're going back and filming some more stuff in Texas, and who knows where we're going to be next. But we're going to fish some after Bass Fest before Dardanelle, and that's all we're doing is floating place to place, and we don't ever know where we're going to end up. We're just trying to bring you some fun, action, and hopefully the fish keep biting. So till then, we'll see you guys on the lake somewhere. Send us a message, share it, like it, tell your friends about it. Let's grow this thing, get a lot of people watching the catch. So we appreciate it. Good luck. God bless you. What y'all got to say? Anything else?
No.
Bo
Bye.
says bye.
Bo says bye. All right. We'll see you next time. God bless.